ideas about how to live differently. They have their own worldviews. Countercultures try to live according to their philosophy and create their own rules on what this might mean. Central to any counterculture is freedom. Freedom is a well-known idea in the modern world. The 20th century political philosopher Isaiah Berlin categorized two distinct meanings of freedom. First, there is negative freedom. Negative freedom means an individual is free to do what they want as long as it doesn't harm others. They can be treated equally under the law. They can participate in the political process. Second, there is positive freedom. Positive freedom means that one can exercise their sense of the good in ways that are reasoned and deliberate. Negative freedom is freedom from something, while positive freedom is freedom to something. To have negative freedom, you need to be protected from encroachments by the state. To have positive freedom, the state ought to provide you basic socioeconomic resources to make good choices. The counterculture has, at various times, embraced both definitions of freedom, yet it is less interested in settling the debate about what freedom is. It is instead preoccupied with exercising a particular kind of freedom, revolutionary freedom. Revolutionary freedom means acting without regard for, and often in diametrical opposition to, social convention. Revolutionary freedom is about radical personal expression. It is about loving who you want, making what you need, and dreaming in whichever way you find necessary. When you have revolutionary freedom, you can explore your desires fully. Revolutionary freedom is never purely individualistic. It entails a social consciousness. When taken to its logical end, revolutionary freedom demands that one is actively committed to abolishing economic, political, and social systems of domination that contribute to human misery. Revolutionary freedom can be realized in many ways. Through art, one's lifestyle, or philosophy. It can be seen in architecture, in political institutions, on canvases, in books, or in music. Revolutionary freedom can exist in the heart or in the mind, but it requires a community. To nourish your dreams and validate your behaviors, you must be surrounded by friends who provide you sustenance. Community, in this way, insulates the counterculture from those who would like to tear it asunder, because countercultures are, by definition, marginal, which is to say they exist on the fringes. They are often under threat. This threat can come from the state, from the majority opinion, or from elites. Socrates, for instance, was executed by Athens for corrupting the youth. Religious mystics have always been persecuted wherever they've lived. Neither the church nor the monarchy was pleased with the 17th century Enlightenment. Hippies were denounced both by anti-war activists and by upstanding middle-class suburbanites. Critics have always tried to squash the counterculture, but one of the most effective ways they have tried to tame the rebellious energy of the counterculture is to make it their own. Think the Coca-Cola Company using hippie images of peace and love to sell its bubbly soft drink. The clothing company Gap using photos of hipsters to sell denim. Corporate America using Zen mindfulness to improve workers' productivity. Hip-hop being used to sell luxury brands and fast cars. The list is far too long to enumerate here, but the point is clear. The counterculture can be profitable for the mainstream. It can be serviceable for the culture. Over time, it becomes the culture. Threats to the counterculture don't only come from the mainstream. They emerge from within. Petty personal feuds between members can be as damaging as major philosophical debates about what a counterculture stands for. Tensions over whether the counterculture has sold out its principles can be as bad as falling too deep into and getting lost in the counterculture. Turning on, tuning in, and dropping out sounds nice, but it can get ugly. To alter your life and change your mind, you might have to go all in. This is why, throughout history, violence, excess, and abuse of power have been with the counterculture. So too have demagogues, false prophets, and hustlers. Countercultures aren't